Have you ever found it hard to say no? In today's fast-paced world, we're constantly bombarded with requests, opportunities, and demands on our time. It's all too easy to get swept up in the current, saying yes to everything, only to find ourselves overwhelmed, overworked, and underappreciated. This is where the power of no comes into play. Saying no isn't about negativity or being uncooperative, quite the contrary. It's about understanding your own values, respecting your own time, and staying true to what truly matters to you. It's about making conscious decisions that align with your personal goals, values, and well-being. In essence, saying no is a valuable skill, a tool in your arsenal that enables you to maintain your boundaries and protect your most precious resources, your time and energy. Every time you say yes to something that doesn't serve your priorities, you're essentially saying no to something that does. Let's take a moment to really digest this. Saying no isn't just about declining offers or turning down requests. It's about making a choice, a conscious decision to prioritize your time, energy, and focus on what really matters to you. But let's be clear, mastering the art of saying no isn't an overnight process. It requires self-awareness, courage, and practice. It involves understanding your own priorities and values, acknowledging your limits, overcoming fear, and learning to communicate your decisions effectively. The power of saying no is transformative. It can help you regain control of your life, reduce stress, and improve your relationships. It can free up time for what truly matters, allowing you to pursue your passions, rest, and seize opportunities that align with your goals. Imagine a life where you're not constantly stretched thin, where you can give your best to the things that truly matter, where you're not overwhelmed by obligations that drain your energy and joy. That's the power of saying no. So let's embark on this journey together. Let's dive deep into understanding how to say no, when to say no, and why saying no can be the most empowering decision you can make. Because mastering the art of saying no can truly transform your life. The first step in learning to say no is understanding your values and priorities. You see, our values serve as a compass, guiding us through the vast sea of choices and decisions we face every day. They help us chart a course towards our true north, the things that matter most to us. Whether that's spending time with family, advancing in your career, or investing in personal growth, these values become the cornerstones of our lives. Now, the tricky part is figuring out what these values are. And that requires a bit of soul searching. It's about asking yourself, what do I value most in life? What are my top priorities? It's about taking a step back, reflecting on your life, and understanding where you want to invest your time and energy. When you have this clarity, it becomes easier to say no to things that don't align with your values, that don't serve your priorities. So, understanding your priorities isn't just about knowing what you want. It's about knowing what you don't want to. It's about empowering yourself to say no when necessary. Because when you say no to the things that don't matter, you're saying yes to the things that do. Your time and energy are finite. This is a truth we often overlook, but it's crucial to remember when we're tempted to say yes to everything. Each time we say yes to a task, a project, or an event that doesn't align with our values or priorities, we're inadvertently saying no to something that does. That could be quality family time, a passion project, or simply a much-needed break. Saying yes too often can spread us thin, overwhelming us until we're on the brink of burnout. It's like pouring water into a cup that's already full. It's bound to overflow, and the quality of everything we do suffers as a result. But by acknowledging the finite nature of our resources, our time, energy, and attention, we empower ourselves. We become selective, choosing carefully how and where to invest these precious resources. We begin to focus on what truly matters to us. Recognizing your limits allows you to make selective choices about how to spend your time and energy. Fear of missing out, or the desire to be liked, can often push us to say yes when we really mean no. It's a common dilemma, yet it's critical to confront these fears and recognize that saying no does not make you a bad person or colleague. Quite the contrary, setting boundaries can lead to increased respect from others. It demonstrates that you have a clear sense of self and are not easily swayed by external pressures. But how do we say no effectively? The secret lies in clarity, honesty, and politeness. When faced with a request that you need to decline, remember that you don't owe anyone a detailed explanation or justification. However, being clear and direct, while maintaining a polite demeanor, is essential. You might say something like, "I appreciate the offer, but I can't commit to this right now due to other priorities." This response is respectful, straightforward, and leaves little room for misunderstanding. Now let's not forget that practice makes perfect. Start small. Begin with saying no to minor things that you might usually agree to out of habit or obligation. This may feel uncomfortable at first, but it's a valuable exercise that builds your confidence and skill in declining requests. Over time, you'll find yourself better prepared for more significant instances where saying no might be more challenging. The art of saying no is about much more than rejecting requests. It's about setting boundaries and making choices that align with your priorities. It's about saying yes to more time for your passions, yes to rest, and yes to opportunities that are more aligned with your goals. This shift in perspective transforms the act of saying no from one of rejection to one of positive selection. In the end, saying no is not just a defense mechanism to protect oneself from being overwhelmed. It's a strategy to ensure that your life is filled with activities and relationships that are truly meaningful. By incorporating this practice into your daily life, you'll soon find that saying no not only improves your well-being, but also deepens your relationships and engagement with the world around you. Saying no is about setting boundaries and making choices that align with your priorities. Remember, saying no also means saying yes to something else. This can be an empowering realization. Each time you decline a request that doesn't align with your priorities, you're saying yes to something that does. Yes to more time for your passions, yes to rest, yes to opportunities that truly resonate with your goals. Saying no is not a mere defensive mechanism to prevent overwhelm. It's a proactive strategy that directs your life towards meaningful activities and relationships. It's about choosing the path that leads to personal growth, fulfilling work, and enriching interactions. By saying no, you're taking control of your time, your energy, and ultimately your life. You're asserting your right to choose what matters to you. You're giving yourself the freedom to pursue your passions, to rest, to grow. As you practice the art of saying no, you'll find that it not only improves your well-being, but also deepens your relationships, leading to more genuine and fulfilling engagements with the world around you.